Plaintiff Adama Shakur says the defendant lives in the apartment above her, and it's been nothing but a nightmare since he and his girlfriend moved in. Adama claims they fight constantly, and she's called the police on the defendant 5 times. She's suing for laptop repairs and emotional distress. Defendant Varma Dorley says Adama is the worst neighbor he's ever had, and she's constantly calling the police on him and making false complaints. Varma says Adama even called the police after she heard his young son jumping up and down while watching a cartoon. So he's countersuing for emotional distress.
Start with you.
It's been a nightmare living in the apartment with Mr. Dorley ever since March 15th. There's noise, the baby's up, running through the house, 3 o'clock in the morning.
What do you mean living in the apartment with him?
Oh, he lives on top of me.
Okay.
He and his girlfriend lives on top of me. Mm-hmm. Myself, my daughter, as well as my son, we're all in college. So we study, we have lots of responsibilities. I work, I'm a single parent, I take care of my kids, I make sure they're both in college. Mm-hmm. And the problem is we can't study. He's been talked to by the manager, the owner of their apartment, right when they first moved in, they were talked to and said—
About what?
About noise, the constant noise.
Like what, music too loud or yelling?
Just stomping through the house, and then they fight all the time. You hear like boom, 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 and then you won't hear anything, and then you'll hear like screaming, and my dog is doing like this, and the dog, he's 13 years old, he just wants peace. It's to the point where the landlord said, just start calling the cops. And the manager of their apartment, he had to go up and clear 15 guys out. He has like all these guys coming in the apartment, and you can hear like the floor creaking, and we're like, what the heck is going on up there? It's crazy to the point where I've called the police so many times, they think I'm crazy. They think I'm crazy, sir.
Crazy. Let's hear from him, sir.
Yeah, this lady is the worst neighbor ever in the world. She is. She even called the police on a 2 years old for watching cartoon. You know the kids, if anybody in here got kids, they will know what I'm talking about. Whatever the cartoon character do, a 2 years old do it. I tried working there with this lady.
She called the police because the cartoon was too loud?
It's not because the cartoon was too loud. We live in an old building.
What did she call the police?
She called the police because the little boy jumped as the cartoon character jumped.
Okay.
She called the police for that.
Did the landlord come and talk to you?
The landlord came there and said, oh, I'm gonna put a rug in there because your floor is old, and I understand that, and it's very old, you know? Mm-hmm. So he said he would put a carpet in there, but all of a sudden he went on vacation. She called the police 10 times in like 3 months. I've been in this apartment.
About what? Noise?
For nuisance.
Ma'am, did you call the police 10 times?
I had the police, sir, I had the police reports. I don't do anything maliciously.
I got you. How many times did you call the police?
I have about 5 or 6 police reports. If you like to see the police reports,
no, you can tell me.
Okay, it's about the noise. It's about them fighting. Her scream, his girlfriend screaming. Last week,
Did they investigate any of the 5?
Yeah.
Did they conclude that any of the 5 had any real credence?
Yes. Yes, they did, sir.
How so? What did they do?
It says, the Lansdowne Police Report received a report of loud party inside. Upon our arrival, officers could hear loud noises while we were standing in a driveway that appeared to be coming from the 3rd floor.
All right, let's see that.
Yes.
What about the other one?
Okay.
So police heard it themselves, sir. Go ahead. And they didn't say it's jumping from cartoons. Go ahead.
Writers stood by for several minutes to determine the noise level. The sound of yelling and a television could clearly be heard in the hall.
No, that was the cartoons. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay.
Watching television and stomping. That was him.
Police were dispatched.
You watching
No,
cartoons.
Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
You still watching cartoons.
No, Your Honor.
You are still watching cartoons.
No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. That's not true. That lady just making up stories.
What's the third one, ma'am?
The third one is police were dispatched for threats to apartment 2. Upon arrival, contact was made with the complainant. She stated that her neighbors above her were deliberately jumping up and down. They do that. And then when the police
Why would a
leave,
grown man want to jump around?
Your Honor.
That's the kid. Get it?
That's not the kid.
It is the kid.
No,
And Your Honor,
not
my
that loud.
apartment is only 11 feet
man?
You know
long.
why? Because I watch Georgie sometimes.
You look through his window, now you peeping in?
No.
Worse than that.
Well, how do you know whether it's him or the child jumping up and down?
Because their little boy loves me. I met their little boy. I watched their little boy before. I can sit him on the couch, and he will not jump up and down.
Do you turn the cartoons on?
Yes, I turn the TV on for him. I let him watch cartoons.
How often does he stay with you?
She don't even have cable.
How often does...
I don't have cable.
The TV is off.
All right.
How do you know my TV is
I came in the building.
Let's get to the laptop and emotional distress.
Thank you.
Why are you suing him for that, ma'am?
All right. The laptop, okay, this is what happened, sir. They have an air conditioner upstairs that probably was running for a really long time. I woke up, it was May 23rd. Woke up, we have 2 laptops on my table. There's a bubble in the ceiling, and then there's water leaking from the ceiling, and it's all on my laptop. I started crying. I knew that my computer was fried. I ran up the steps. His girlfriend was there. He wasn't there. I knocked on the door. I said, is your air conditioner on? She said, yes. I said, turn it off. So she turned it off. I run back downstairs. His girlfriend comes down, and this is where my daughter, if you don't mind, my daughter can tell you what happened after that with Paul.
My name is Mathis Shakur. That morning I woke up. It was actually, we have 2 computers because I go to school. So my computer was the one that was on the side where the water dripped down. We have pictures with a little bubble. So I wake up one morning, say this is the laptop. I dump it over like this, and all this water just falls out. Like, it just, so we had to take it to the computer guy. Like, I tried to dry it, blow dry it, all that stuff, rice, all that.
What did he do wrong?
What he did wrong was they admitted to, when he came home, he said, oh, Mama, I'm so sorry about your computer. The landlord got you. I just said, the landlord? So I let it simmer for a day.
That's what I'm asking. What did he do wrong?
The air conditioner belonged in their apartment.
And he's not supposed to have his air on?
No, he's supposed to know that the outlet, you're supposed to know how to install it. And
oh, he installed it?
yeah, they put the air conditioner in. And when his girlfriend came downstairs, she said, oh, he was telling me, why is this water all in the floor? He was telling me why was all this water in the floor. Their little boy loves me. I met their little boy. I watched their little boy before. I can sit him on the couch, and he will not jump up and down.
Do you turn the cartoons on?
Yes, I turn the TV on for him. I let him watch cartoons.
How often does he stay with you?
She don't even have cable.
How often does...
I don't have cable.
The TV is off.
Plaintiff Adama Shakur is suing her neighbor, who claims Adama constantly calls the police on him, and she even called the police on his young son.
All right, let me hear from you, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. This lady even called the police 10 times, like I said, and then I went at 5 calling my my probation officer because the police can't even do nothing because they know something is wrong with this lady.
That sounds like your counterclaim. Let's talk about the laptop.
The laptop situation, when I came from applying for a job, I said, she ran into me downstairs. I said, oh, Mama, I'm sorry. Let me see what's going on. I just came from somewhere. Let me see what's going on. I call her Mama to show her respect. I'm very respectful to this lady. I call her Mama.
Well, we're talking
so I ran upstairs, I said, Mama, let me see what's going on. As soon as I get there, she ran a whole paragraph or book saying that I'm gonna pay for a laptop. So I look at the thing, I'm like, hold up, what's going on? I'm reading back $250. I said, oh, Mama, you know what? I'm gonna take it to my friend or somebody left to the shop and see what's really wrong with it. Cause the dumbest she's saying.
What's wrong with what?
The laptop.
Okay.
And see what's wrong with it. But I don't think I'm responsible for it. But I'm just out of courtesy to be very respectful to this lady. I know it ain't gonna cost me $250.
Why do you believe the water was coming through the ceiling?
The reason why the floor is old. I live in an old building. Her floor is brand new. My floor is old. So I was just thinking to myself, like, maybe it is a possibility, but it's not that much water.
Did you install the air conditioner?
The air conditioner, yes, I put the air conditioner in there.
In your window?
In my window, but the air conditioner was facing out, the water dropping out. And it's just a little, because of the heat, the house is so, when my girlfriend is cooking African food, yo, it be so hot. And she loved the African food. She come and eat. That's how she know the AC was running water. That's how she know.
No, I don't, sir.
When she came in there, she saw the water, the little bucket under the air conditioner. I protected from day one. I protected the water. So she said, they got a list right here. I took it to the landlord, the guy in charge. He said, but if anything, she should be coming to us to sue us, not you. Who is you? I don't own that building. I ain't even got money for that building to own it.
Your emotional distress is for what?
Sir, I'm a straight A student. I get.
Straight A student
I'm a
smoke
straight.
weed?
I have a 4.0.
Straight A students smoke weed.
You sell it.
I sell weed. You buy it.
You sell weed. You sell weed.
You buy it. You owe me money. You owe me money.
You sell weed. Okay? You sell weed.
I sell weed.
Judge Mathis, this is the reason why the men are coming in and out of the house, because he sells the weed. Now, he called me up and told me when I couldn't get to the police, when I stopped calling the police because I just knew that something else had to happen because my back was up against the wall, I called his PO in May. June 9th, he calls me. I keep getting these strange
What did you call his PO and say?
I called his PO and said, "Would you please tell him to leave me alone?" I said, "I'm having problems with Varma." She said, "Well, he's not even supposed to be living there. That's not even his address." So I said, "Well, he's up in the apartment." She said, "Well, he's not supposed to be up in that apartment."
What else did you tell the probation officer other than he was jumping up and down?
I said that he smokes. It's always weed in the hallway.
Why did you feel you should do that?
Because he would not leave me alone.
What's
That's
that
my
you
daughter.
have? What's
That's
that?
not me. That's my daughter.
Your daughter live with you?
Yes, sir.
And what is that you have?
That's my daughter.
I smoke. I smoke.
Yeah.
Shows me pictures of your daughter smoking weed.
On Facebook,
who lives
Your Honor.
with you. Yet you call his probation officer to get him in trouble, saying that he is using drugs, when in fact your daughter
where was
is
that
also
picture
doing
taken,
it.
sir?
Wherever we know that your daughter smokes weed, you had no right to call this man's probation officer to get him in trouble about smoking weed. You called the police, you called the landlord, you called knowing that one report to a probation officer about any allegation is likely to have someone locked up. Your claim is dismissed. Yours is granted for emotional distress.
Thank
She
you,
certainly
Your Honor.
called you that. Have a good day.
I wish everything be okay with me. I
It
love
won't
this
be. It
bitch.
won't be.
It won't be.
And it'd be a
Because-
great thing. I hope she don't call my probation officer no more.
I might.
He might have won this one, but he knows.
I don't get
that
tested anymore,
He
so I'm
knows
straight.
that he
You
beats
do
his
what you
woman.
do.
He beats his woman.
I don't beat
Girls,
my woman.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you beat her up.
You yourself know I don't
Yeah,
beat. I'm not a woman beater. I'm a
You're
very
right.
respectful person. A straight A student here trying to diss me on national TV. Respect, mama.
Plaintiffs Ben Level and his wife Kim say when the defendant moved in next door to them, she seemed sad and alone. And she eventually confided in Kim that she was going through a divorce. Kim claims she soon realized that the defendant was a liar, and she falsely accused Ben of stalking her. Kim is suing for the balance due on a car and defamation. Defendant Heather Cisbero says the plaintiffs are horrible people who have stalked her and badmouthed her to her friends and family. Heather claims she was forced to file a restraining order against Kim and Ben, and she's countersuing them for the harassment.
Start with you all.
Okay. Judge Mathis, I first met Ms. Cisbaro when she moved in next door to me, alone, and seemed very sad all of the time. I befriended her over a period of a few months. In fact, we became very good friends. And she eventually confided in me about why she cried and why she was so upset. She had been going through a divorce with her husband, and I moved her into my house with me. We gave her free access to my husband's car.
I thought you was gonna say husband.
Please, no, don't think so.
That's a good point.
Please.
What happened to you all's relationship?
Things just weren't adding up. The things that she was telling me and the
Okay,
things,
because she was a liar, you decided to terminate your relationship.
that is partially true.
Okay,
Part
what
of
is
that
the other
true.
reason?
We were out to dinner one evening and she had a meltdown on me. She had an absolute meltdown on me and started screaming and hollering at me, ran out of the restaurant, went home, packed up her stuff, and left.
Okay. All right. Let me hear from you, ma'am.
I met them in September of 2012 when I moved next door. Yes, I was going through a divorce. That's fine and dandy. I became friends with her. She had asked me, she had told me that her husband was working in Texas and I could have got out of my lease at 6 months. And she asked me if I wanted to move into her home and take over her bills for her and kind of watch over their house while she was there in town, or, you know, staying out of state, staying out of state with her husband, which I said, but that makes a lot of sense. So I said, sure, I'll do that. I went ahead and moved in February. And it was the end of January and February. I stayed there all under the intentions that she was supposed to be moving out in March. Never happened. He ended up losing his job and coming back. I had paid her for this car on a weekly basis.
Okay, we haven't gotten into the car.
Sorry.
So I'm going to allow her to tell me why she's suing you regarding a car and the defamation she's claiming. Ma'am?
Okay. As she stated, she moved in with us around February. My husband was not in Texas any longer. He was at home. But we had...
before or after she moved in? Did he come home?
He was at home when she moved in.
That's not true.
That is true.
That is not true.
He came home at Christmas time and stayed and went back out of town in March and stayed gone for
All
a
right,
week.
we're just trying. We're still dealing with this free access. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't think so. We've been married 33 years, so I don't hardly think that's going to happen.
No.
Very good.
We, at any rate, in February, I agreed to sell Miss Cisparo my
February of what year?
2013
All right.
2004 Dodge Neon
How much?
for $3,500.
Okay. And what was the payment plan? Obviously, it was not completed because you're suing her. So
That's
what
right.
was the plan first?
The plan was
payment?
that she gave me $250 down, and when her divorce was final, she told me in March she would pay me.
Who has the title?
I have a statement from the notary.
Please.
The notary is her friend, by the way, who,
Let's see the statement
just to
from
let
the
you know.
notary.
Yeah.
because that's who she buys her drugs from.
I heard you over there because that's
I'm
where she
sorry.
gets her drugs from. That's probably the defamation you're suing
yes.
her about.
Well,
Ma'am?
it's the harassment I'm going after.
No, I
so
say that she's suing you about. You said that that's where she gets her drugs from. You
okay,
made a
I'm so
statement
sorry.
of
I
fact.
apologize.
Ma'am, be
I
quiet.
apologize.
You made a statement of fact. I just
did.
heard you.
I did.
You said that's where she gets her drugs from. Is that the defamation?
Yes, sir.
Has she said this
Oh,
before?
God. It most
Tell me
certainly is.
about the
So dramatic.
defamation. And I'm looking at the title. We'll address that shortly.
Okay. Yes, sir. She, first of all, she accuses I have a statement that she gave to the Hamilton Police Department when she pressed charges on my husband for stalking, because we were trying to find her address. The court had
Stalking in what way?
well, according to her, according to her, we drove back and forth in front of her house. According to her own statement.
What else?
She also calls us.
Because that's a court document, number one. So, and that's privilege. What is said to the court is not something that can be considered as defamation, because that discourages people from talking to the court or signing court documents. So outside of the court documents, tell me who she told that to. That would be enough. What do you have?
I have a recording of a message that she left my husband when we tried to go about the business of
Saying
finding an
that you
address.
were using drugs?
Yes. She pressed charges on my husband for stalking. I have a statement from the notary.
That's who she buys her drugs from.
I heard you over there because that's
I'm
where
sorry.
she gets her drugs from. That's probably the defamation you're suing
yes.
her about.
Well,
Ma'am?
it's the harassment I'm going after.
No, I
so
say that she's suing you about.
Plaintiffs Ben Level and his wife Kim are suing their former friend, who claims she was forced to file a restraining order against Kim and Ben for stalking her.
Let's hear it.
Let me tell you something. I'm putting a restraining order against you and your entire family. I'm going to Fairfield and I'm going to Hamilton. You contact one person I know. You have no reason to be contacting me. I have done nothing wrong. There is no reason you have anybody looking for me. But they're going to be able to find you. I can guarantee that. Why don't you go ask your wife? Go ask your wife about Chuck, Ben. Go ask your wife about how she him him while you were working on the Ford plant the entire time and had a breakdown and told me all about it. When she was in the hospital, decided that she needed to stay with you and the guy died of a heart attack. Why don't you go talk to your wife if she's got two drugged up right now in bed? Why don't you go do that?
To her husband.
Why don't you go do that? Go your lying cheating wife and leave me the alone. I am taking care of the situation right now. You come near me and you're in serious. You leave me and anybody that knows me alone. There is nothing you're going to get out of me. There's nothing you can get out of me. I paid your money. I'm not paying you.
All right. Now, hold on. Sir, have you ever heard any type of rumor like this about your wife?
No, sir.
This is the first time you ever heard that your wife was using drugs?
Yes.
All right. Did it hurt her reputation with you?
Yes, sir.
Please.
No, you know,
Hey,
Your
hurt
Honor,
her
that's-
reputation. What you do now? You check the bank accounts every day to make sure she's not pulling it out to use her drugs? Hey, you know your wife ain't did any of this. But, ma'am, you stated it right
I'm
here
sorry.
in court as a fact. So now the burden is on you to prove it. Now, if you can prove it, then you're off the hook. Prove that she is a drug user.
The only way I can prove it, Your Honor, is by the fact that when I would give her money, and this is the truth, I saw her with my own eyes.
All right, so that's all you want me to believe. Give me one specific incident.
Okay, for instance, she went and bought her sister's prescription
When?
from her.
What month or year?
It was either March or April. She did it both months.
Of what year?
2013.
Of 13.
She would buy her sister's medical prescriptions for Adderall and then give them to her daughter to sell for her. And she
Nope.
did that on
You said that
numerous
she was.
occasions.
No.
It is
Hold
true,
on,
and
ma'am.
you know it's
Ma'am,
true.
ma'am.
You know it's true.
Ma'am, what you said does not constitute her using drugs. What
But she
you
was
just
taking
said,
half of
no,
them
no,
and then
you
having
just said
her
she
daughter
takes
sell
them.
the other.
You said she takes them and gives them to her
Both.
daughter to sell.
Both.
You did not say that's enough, ma'am. I'm going to grant you defamation.
Thank you.
How much
Please get this over.
Yeah, okay. $1,000 for your defamation. I'm granting it. And your counterclaim for harassment, what have they done to you?
They have people drive past my house at all times.
Do you have a
They drive
restraining
past-
order?
I have a restraining order, Your Honor.
Okay,
They've
let's see
also
it,
called my
please.
family members. They've called my ex-husband. They've caused a lot of issues with me
Saying what?
that I've been dealing with.
Saying
Just
what?
making up lies, saying I'm a slut, saying that I stole a car from them. They were calling my phone. That's what I showed the cops. That's why they granted me what they granted me.
Was it ultimately disposed of one way or the other?
we go to court on Monday for
Okay,
this.
so we can't consider that. The court will determine whether they believe it occurred or not. So, with regard to the car, well, I'm looking here, and you all told them that you paid $500 for the purchase price. People do that a lot to reduce the taxes. But what they don't understand that is fraud. And I can't participate in your attempt to defraud the state of Ohio by putting down $500 instead of the $3,500 you attest to today. $1,000 is your judgment. Yours is dismissed. Have a good day.
Thank you. There's no amount of money in this world that it would be enough to just have them out of my life and away from me because they're crazy, horrible people.
She filed 2 charges against Ben at the police station, and we went to the police station to get records, and that's not true.
Plaintiff Ton Vo lives next door to the defendant and his girlfriend, and she claims the defendant is nothing but a criminal. Ton says after she loaned the defendant $500, he went to jail for shoplifting, drug possession, and resisting arrest. So she's suing for the unpaid loan. Defendants Aaron Pacheco and his girlfriend Cynthia Garcia say Ton does nothing but harass them and their other neighbors, and she even curses at one of their neighbors every time she sees him. Aaron insists he agreed to work off the loan, and therefore he refuses to repay her.
Let's start with you.
I try helping the defendants, and he is a criminal, and he tried scamming me out of $500.
Where did you know him from?
He's sort of like my neighbor. They live next to me.
As of when?
I purchased my condo back in June 2012.
All right, and that's when you became neighbors, obviously.
Right.
When did you find out he was a criminal?
After he went to jail after he tried to scam me, and he went to jail for a year.
All right, that's a good sign, isn't it?
Yes.
That's a good sign that he's a criminal. But like every other prisoner, you didn't do it, did you?
Oh, I did it.
Oh, my man! He's one of the first I've ever heard that said they did it. Go ahead. All right, so when did he go to jail or prison?
He went to jail like back in September 2000, mid-September 2013. He just got out of jail mid-September 2014.
He sounds rehabilitated. What was going on when you all were neighbors?
He's a criminal. He's been in and out of
Before
jail.
that, he was your neighbor a year before going to jail. What was he like then?
Well, Cynthia told me he was they were in financial difficulty, so I hired him to do like a couple of odd jobs around my
I just
condo.
wanted to know the nature of you all's association. Was he a good neighbor? Did he curse you out from time to time?
No, he did not, Your Honor.
All right. Did he play his music too loud? None of that. He was a good neighbor. He was a good neighbor. I'm asking. Never mind. Go ahead. Let me hear from you all.
Well, first off, Your Honor, no disrespect to the court, but she needs a handyman or a screwdriver because she got some screws loose in her head.
All right, let's stop that. I don't know if she has some loose screws yet. So I'm not going to let you call her that until I'm convinced.
All right.
And she doesn't come across like that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Plaintiff Tan Vo is suing her neighbor, who claims Tan wanted him to do some work in her home with his shirt off.
Go right ahead, sir. So you all have been neighbors since 2012.
Yeah,
What has it been like being her neighbor?
a nightmare.
Why?
She
wants to go back
terrorizes.
to jail.
So you'd rather go back to jail than to be her neighbor?
Your Honor, yeah.
Why? What was the
She just
problem?
terrorizes everybody, harasses everybody.
About what? Like what?
I can't even drive home and come home. And right when I come home, she's walking down the stairs trying to talk to us. I can't even get my kids out the car.
About what?
About anything. She just wants to talk. She needs a friend.
That's not harassment.
Oh,
She
it's
just
harassing.
needs a friend.
She's slamming doors. Excuse me, I'm talking real quick.
Let him finish, man.
She's slamming doors.
2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. She's
What's she doing? What are you doing up at 2 or 3 a.m.?
She's out, she's out partying like 2, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning.
And she wakes you up.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Go
Yes, I
ahead.
do.
She does this like even when I'm not outside. She does that.
What the
And
other neighbors
we
have
have
problems?
also a neighbor who she harasses and calls him guy over and over like every single day. 2 in the morning.
Ma'am, do you do that?
Yes, I do, but not at 2 in the morning. This is
Oh, no, you say you do it, but not at 2 and 3 in the morning.
Right.
Why do you do it, period?
Because he has like a couple of signs in the windows and he's like done other things to do.
In his own window?
Yes.
She does too.
What does he have in his own window?
He has the fingers up.
It's a rubber glove.
Yeah.
And he put the fingers down and put it in his window because he doesn't like looking at her in the window.
So when did this begin with the neighbor that you curse every time you see?
About a year ago.
Okay. And what started that?
I'm still friend. Actually, like, with this neighbor, I'm like very good friend.
Okay, you just curse him every day, but you're still friends.
No, I'm
And
very
he just gives you the finger every day, and you're still friends.
I'm very good friends with his ladies' friend.
Oh, right.
As a matter of fact, they got into like a huge fight because he found out I was like talking to her, and he didn't like the fact that she talked with me. Actually, like this neighbor has like other issue with another neighbor because this lady friend used to be with this other neighbor. Now she's with him.
You sure are busy. You know everybody's business.
Everybody's.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama going on in this condo complex.
You causing the drama, it sounds like to me. How do you know all these folks' business?
Sonic ear.
Sonic ear.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
That's
Why are
better.
you suing them for $500, ma'am?
well, as I said, I hired him to do like a couple of odd jobs because I
When?
won. Back in June 2013.
All right.
I hired him to do
spy
mount my
on
TV.
people.
Mount
To
my
spy
TV.
on people, that's what you
No,
hired
mount
him?
my TV. He did that fine. I paid him $50 for it. I had him install a security door back in June 2013. And 3 days later, he came and told me a sob story about, oh, the IRS has been like contacting me, but something's wrong with my phone, so that way they haven't been able to contact me. And unless I get $500, you know, they're gonna issue a warrant out for my arrest. So I said, okay, you know, I think there's enough work like in a condo for $500, so I will give you a check for $500. And I made him sign a promissory
Oh,
note.
good. Let's see it, please, Dora.
And then 2 months after that, he shoplifted, drug possession pills, and resisted arrest.
Now, how did you find all that, the specifics
Cynthia told
of
me
it?
while we were drinking one night. Yes.
Interrogation.
Now, ma'am, you knew she was busy. Why would you tell her all your business? The whole condo
I'm
knows
trying to get
now.
on the good side.
And so he was incarcerated, obviously, and
Right.
therefore.
I was trying. Sorry.
And so,
Hold on.
so I sent him a demand.
You haven't gotten your money back. That's your point.
Oh, yes, they haven't paid me a dime.
All right, good
he's
enough.
gonna-
Let me hear from you guys.
And he purchased a $200 suit to be on this show. And that's
Not
an ugly suit, Your Honor. I would not spend $200. It's ugly.
We didn't even spend that.
How do you know how much he paid for his suit?
Cynthia told me.
She was there.
But I lied.
You
I
told
lied.
her again?
I lied to her.
Why do you keep telling this woman
I
stuff?
lied to her.
I have a text from her last night. Let's go out drinking.
Because she wanted.
You got
she
her
didn't wanna
drunk
come to
again and
court.
got information
No,
out of her.
I didn't get into the hotel till 10:30, but she sent me a text and said, hey, let's go out drinking. And I said, I can't, because, you know, I just got into the
All
hotel.
right, I got your point.
Plaintiff Tan Vo is suing her neighbor, who claims Tan wanted him to do some work in her home with his shirt off.
Go ahead.
During that time, she asked me if I can install a security door for her, and I did it, and she loved the work I did. After that, she must have overheard a conversation we were having about her financial issues, and she asked me. She called me up to her house, and then she said, "I heard you have some issues with financial reasons." I said, "Okay, yeah, that's true." She said, "I'm willing to hire you as my handyman if you could do some work over my house, and every work that you do, I'll knock it off." And I said, "All right." And she also told me that she wanted me to do it with my shirt off, and I was just like,
Shirt off?
"You see it?"
I see a plain ugly suit that is not worth
and other than
$200.
that-
Yeah.
Other than that, she asked me to do it, and then I ended up, like maybe 2 weeks after that, I ended up getting incarcerated.
Well, sir, why don't you think you should pay? You agreed to pay it.
I asked her when I got out, can I do the work? She doesn't want me to do the work.
Do you think I'll trust
He
you again?
didn't even
Hold
have
on.
a chance to even pay her or
Why
do the
not?
work because
Why
he
not?
just got out of jail.
I just got out.
Duh, whose fault was that?
Mine.
I know,
You had
but
money to buy a $200
Ma'am.
suit. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
If the agreement was based on you doing work and you were unable to do the work because of your crime, why should she have to pay by not getting her money back?
You're
yeah,
right.
you're right.
You take that money and leave the man alone.
Thank you.
All right, that's before the plaintiff. Have a good day.
I'm not after Aaron. I'm not after Aaron. I'm not after Aaron.
That's it.
That's it.
Plaintiff Sheree Person lives next door to the defendant, and she claims the defendant is a violent alcoholic who's been terrorizing her. Sheree says the defendant even attacked her, and she's filed 2 restraining orders against her, so she's suing for harassment. Defendant Marisha Ernest says since she moved in next door to Sheree, it's been nothing but nonstop drama and chaos. Marisha claims Sheree has called the police on her at least 5 times, and once she lied and claimed Marisha tried to stab her with a butcher knife. Marisha's countersuing for emotional distress.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Your Honor, living next door to Marisha has been a nightmare.
Why?
She calls me names.
How long have you all lived next to each other?
I've been living out there for 13 years. I don't know how long she's been living out there.
When did she start calling your names? What year?
2014.
Well, she was definitely living that in.
Yeah, 2014.
Okay. When was the last time she called your name?
This morning.
All right. Was she still there?
That's a lie.
Go ahead.
She has been harassing me and calling me crackheads out the window. And I admit I am a recovering addict.
Good.
I was clean and I got diagnosed with aggressive breast cancer in 2010. I had a relapse. I had a couple slips and slides, you know. I'm clean today.
Good.
I've been clean for 18 months.
No.
But Your Honor, Your Honor, she's a violent alcoholic.
No.
I have 2 restraining orders on her from 2014 to 2016.
First, back up. Where did the animosity start?
Thank you.
It started from her mother lived there first, and me and her mother didn't get along.
Why?
Her mother was an
Why does
alcoholic.
everybody have problems
Thank
with you?
you.
Her mother was an alcoholic first.
And you were a crackhead.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Were.
Right.
You're
Still
a recovering
is.
addict now. I
Right.
wouldn't call you a crackhead now because you're in recovery, and I'm proud and congratulations. But back then, you were still on the street. You wasn't in recovery. You were a crackhead. You say her mother was an alcoholic. You were addicted to crack.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
So I don't know who was right.
And she got my mother started smoking crack too.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Yes,
That's a
it
lie.
is. Yes,
That's a
it
lie.
is.
Her mother was on heroin. Her mother came from Flint, Michigan, was on heroin
Okay.
and pills and
Right.
drugs
Where you
and
all
everything. I'm from Toledo, Ohio. Your Honor, she has harassed me. I have to.
Where did it start with her?
Thank you.
All I've heard so far is her mother. What
I got
did
it
she
true with
do
her
to
mother.
you?
Her mother moved out and left her the apartment.
And what happened with her?
And then she start calling me names, and she started.
Why? Just out of the blue?
She blamed me for getting her mother
Okay.
using with her mother.
Okay.
That's not it.
So, and me and her mother has got in an altercation before.
Okay.
So she took over the apartment. Every time she drinks, she goes off. She terrorizes me, the neighbors. I have witness statements
does.
from the landlord. Yes, I do. She violently
Let me
attacked
see
me.
your statements.
She violently attacked
From the landlord primarily. From the landlord.
The landlord told me he didn't want to be involved and didn't write me a statement, so I doubt that.
And then
I doubt that. He didn't want to be in the middle of it.
Your
You're
Honor,
in the middle of a night, say you haven't paid your rent.
and she under eviction, Your Honor. And also the people downstairs, she kicked their door in, Your Honor, and threw eggs
For
at
what?
them, called them names because she
Threw eggs at them?
She terrorizes the
that.
people in the building.
I mean, does she come up with a reason?
All lies.
She came in my house. She came in my house uninvited, attacked me, back to my eye,
Lie.
kicked me in my head, and ran.
Out of nowhere.
When
I'm
was
under a
this?
protection order
When was this?
last October.
Why?
Ask her why.
He asked
She
you.
kicked me.
He asked you.
Why did you come in my house? Because you was drinking. She
You
was
know
drinking.
why.
She was
Your
drinking.
Honor, can I tell the
Let her
true
give her-
story?
Let her give some background, ma'am.
Your Honor, I moved to Toledo in October of 2013. Ever since I moved there with my mother, it's been nonstop drama and chaos with Sheree. I've never done anything to Sheree. Her and my mom had problems because they was doing drugs and then they would get into arguments. And then Sheree tried to drag me into it by calling the police on my mother and then lying and saying that I tried to stab her with a butcher knife.
What would she say about your mother when the police came?
Her and my mother actually had a physical fight. I wasn't even there. She called the police. The police came. She told the police that I tried to stab her with a butcher knife, and I wasn't even there.
Why do you think she made that up?
She smokes crack, Your Honor. I don't know, because I wasn't even there. And when the police came to our house and they asked me for my ID, I'm like, why are y'all asking me for my ID? I wasn't even
How
there.
many times has she called the police on you?
A lot of times.
You
And
can't guess?
about 5 times.
5 times.
My mother as well.
Out of those 5 times, how many times were you arrested?
Once. And that's because we actually had a physical fight.
What were you going to say?
She's been arrested. She's been arrested once when she attacked me.
Lie.
And what
Lie.
else?
And she has violated the protection order. She also
Wasn't
came to try to
charged
kick
with
my
that.
door.
Quiet.
She tried to kick my door in 2 months ago, Your Honor. I have a police report
Why
on
was that?
I don't know. I haven't even seen her.
Did you have a police report for that?
Yeah. I have
Was she
5
arrested?
No.
No, she wasn't arrested because she
What
ran.
do they do when they come there?
They come and they tell me that when I have a protection order, they put a warrant out on her because she won't open the door.
I don't have a warrant.
She won't open the door. So I had her picked up because the detective told me to have her picked up if I knew where she was at. So I had her picked up, but that's her counterclaim. So she has attacked me. I got evidence, police reports where she has attacked other people in the building. Other people have police reports, even her mother, where she has attacked her own mother and blacked her eye.
You have a statement from her mother?
I have the police report from her mother where she blacked her mother eye.
Let me see that, please, Doyle. That one. And then all the ones that
This is her mother.
called regarding her and you. The listed victim one told us his unit that she was hit in the face, but this unit could not observe redness. After hitting listed victim, the listed suspect took off on foot. And this was your mother who
Yes.
made this allegation? And what happened with it? Why would your mother say this about you, young lady?
Like I said, her and my mother did drugs together. Me and my mother had
Every time you were accused, it's because of
This
crack.
is another person she's attacked, same thing, and another one right here did the same thing.
They also smoke crack too, and they smoke crack with her.
No, I don't even know these people. These are police reports.
Half the people.
These are her friends.
Who was that for? I have police reports too, where she falsified information.
I have not
to the
falsified
police like she
nothing.
did to me, where she's fought with her daughter and tried to stab her and throw hot grease on her, where she's did plenty of menacing, domestic violence, petty theft.
I don't have no domestic violence.
Here you go.
I don't have no domestic
Oh, girl,
violence.
you got domestic violence, all of it, the whole shebang, baby. Tell them how you robbed a bank too, and went to prison.
I never been to prison, Your
At least
Honor.
you know where to-
I never
at least
been
you
to
know
prison.
where to rob.
I never been to prison.
You ain't robbed
I
a
never
bank.
been to prison.
Girl, bye.
Your Honor,
You have all type of stuff, just like
Thank
she
you.
said.
Thank you. My record ain't nearly as
Sure
long as
isn't.
hers. And all of this stuff that she's talking about happened in the building with other neighbors, I've never been arrested
Most of it is
for it.
assault,
Thank you.
stalking. You've been stalking. Other protection order.
I don't have any protection orders on me.
He just saw it,
I
liar.
just saw it, ma'am.
She's
What's
a
your
big liar.
counterclaim for?
My
What's your
counterclaim is for emotional distress, Your Honor.
For what?
Because the night that the fight happened, the reason that the fight happened, me and Sheree,
Which fight? Which fight?
the fight where I
So all
was
y'all do is fight. Which one? What?
the fight where I was arrested.
When was that?
That was in October of 2016.
Okay. What happened?
She introduced me to a guy. She also introduced this same guy to my mother 2 years prior to introducing me to him.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
I asked her when she introduced me to him, because I know they was smoking and buddy, had my mom met this man before. She told me my mom never met him. They never was introduced. She never got drugs or anything from this person. And then me and the guy, we started going out, seeing each other, and we were intimate. Well, we went on a date. I came home. I called my mom, and I'm telling her about this guy that I had met that I really liked. And she said they had sex.
Who said that?
And so when I found out they had sex, she said Sheree was the one that hooked them up.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
So I went over to Sheree's house. We had been together the whole day that day earlier. We had went and did some shopping for our houses. We had sat and drank a couple glasses of wine. When my mom say this, I go
Get some
knock.
tissue, please, store.
I go knock on Sheree's door because my feelings was hurt. I just was like, why would you do something like that? So I asked Sheree, you know, I asked you if my mom knew that guy. And you said that they never had met, but my mom just said that they had sex and you were the one that introduced.
And it was a lie. Everything was a lie. Your mother
Let
lied.
her finish.
No, she didn't, because he admitted it. He admitted it. She sat up here and was like, well, yeah, I knew they met, but I didn't know they had sex. I said, but that's not what you said. You said that they had never even met. She was like, yeah, well, I don't give a that I lied. When she said that, I started shaking, and I'm like, Sheree, you need to be apologizing to me because I'm ready to choke you. That's what I told her. She was like, I don't give a and then tried to grab me like she was trying to remove me from the house. And I
My house, she
on her,
walked in.
and we
My
started,
house, she barged in.
Quiet.
I didn't barge in. I knocked on the door. She let me in. We had a conversation before the fight took place. If she had never said, I don't
How'd the
give a
police
F.
get involved?
The police got involved because after I beat her up,
I left and she called the police, and I was scared, so I left and I didn't talk to the police that day. My countersuit is because she lied and told the police that I kicked her door in and just came in and started beating her up while she was
Were
sleeping.
you arrested or tried
I
for
was
this?
arrested at my job in the middle of my shift.
But were you convicted?
I was convicted for assault, not the aggravated burglary, which gave them the felony warrant to come pick me up at my job. If she had a
Felony assault is enough to pick you up, man.
Okay. Well, that was false. My job, when they said aggravated burglary, was while I was being arrested. My boss looked at me like, what the heck? And I worked in retail. No.
See, she didn't do anything wrong in terms of them police coming to your job. They were
Okay,
looking
well,
for
my
you.
kids
You
was
said
at
you
daycare
left.
at the time, and they ended up taking my kids to a foster home. Because there was nobody to pick them up. But she lied. I didn't know that if she didn't tell them I kicked the door in, because that's what I was told. That's the reason they came to my job.
They can come and get
It's not a felony, what I did.
I thought you said felony assault.
They dropped it down to a misdemeanor assault, because
But
that's
it started off as a felony.
It started off as a felony.
But that's why they picked you up.
Yes.
It was a felony when they came and got you.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
And don't come doing this with me. I'm not her. I'm trying to tell you what happened. They came and got you because it was a felony
That's
when it
what
happened.
I said.
You're doing all this. It wasn't a felony.
Your
They
Honor.
dropped it down to a misdemeanor. Wrong person to talk to
not
like
what
that.
I meant.
Wrong person. I ain't her, and I ain't all these other people you've been jumping on.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Lord, right. Oh, Lord, right. Lord, I forgot where I was. That must be what you're saying.
Disrespectful, Your Honor.
Well, you are when you do all that, and I know the law.
It was a lie. That started it out as a felony.
Your Honor, I have 2 protection orders. I have one right now to 2022 where she has came to try to kick my door in 2 months ago.
The judge granted it?
I granted a 2-year one. She violated that one. Now I got a 5-year one, and she just came and tried to kick my door in 2 months ago. I had a police
Your
report
Honor,
on
she
that.
has a protection order
2022.
against you.
Here's the disposition of the case.
I would be in jail if she said that I did
Here's the
stuff that I
disposition of the.
did.
I'm sorry. That's the disposition of the criminal case, Your Honor. I have another one where she did another burglary and assault on this guy.
Yeah.
Also,
all right. Based on the documents you've given me from the court, your judgment is granted. Yours is dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Now.
All you finna do is smoke it all up? Justice was served.
I'm just glad justice was served here today, and I'm just glad this is over with.